Hello, 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 YouTube. Welcome back to the final episode this week of Real Talk Therapy with your girl, Ebony. It's Feel Good Friday, and we're wrapping up the 5 stages of change from the Pachowskis and DiClemente's stage of change model that can be applied to substance use and or mental health when you experience recognizing that you have a problem and how to work through those stages of change with the things that you need to do and being able to recognize which stage that you're in. So, of course, it's Friday. It's time to get ready for our self-care weekend. So let's go ahead and get into this thing. So our shirt for today says Real Talk Therapy, warning, high maintenance. And so anybody that knows me would know that I'm not necessarily high maintenance. Well, maybe I am a little bit. I don't know. I guess it all depends on what you consider high maintenance to be. But I do like certain things a certain way. There are certain brands of detergent that I'm going to use, certain brands of household products that I'm going to use, and I just don't want anything but that. For example, when it comes to laundry, I need Game. I ain't got time for anything else. I believe y'all if anything else works, but I need Gain original scent around this way. Wash the dishes, don't. Some other detergents might work, but I just don't know. And I don't consider that to be high maintenance. I just have a level of maintenance that works for me and my household. So, our bag for today, Coach, again, fatigue, backpack, little simple shades of brown. Definitely love these and are beneficial in my line of work because I can get so much stuff in there and maneuver through and, get what I need and where I need to go. And then, last but not least, our kicks for today. So, because all of this is so awkward for me, these are Air Force Ones. I call them Napoleon. You remember the Napoleon ice cream where you had strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. And so that might even be the name of them. I don't know. Because remember now, my bag plug is my shoe plug as well. So, knows what I like, and it keeps me up with all of these good accessories that I share with you guys. And so, going into that, I guess the more I've talked, the more I've explained that I am a little high maintenance. And you just require what you require. And it's reciprocated, of course. I make sure he has what he wants and what he needs as well. And so, getting into that, we know that we have been using Scooby-Doo and the gang to talk about the 5 stages of change. Now, when we were going through it, we said at the beginning of this week, we were only looking at the original 5 characters of Scooby-Doo, which were Scooby, Shaggy, Freddy, Daphne, and Velma. And I said them in that order because if you followed us this week so far, you know that the 5 stages of change so far are pre-contemplation, and we use Scooby to describe that. Contemplation, we use Shaggy to describe that. Determination, preparation, we use Freddy to describe that. And in action, we use my girl Daphne, the girly gangster, for action stage. So now we're at the 5th and final stage of change according to this model that we've been following all week. And that is, if you haven't guessed it from today's shirt, maintenance. And we only had 1 character left. So you guys remember, our last character was Velma. And I know y'all see, y'all check out my little intro where I'm bringing in a little picture and I'm learning how to add little pictures, y'all. I'm coming together, your girl, getting it a little bit. So thank y'all for going through this journey with me as I'm in my uncharted waters. And I have decided to start taking a selfie of the entire fit with the bag so you guys can kind of see how your girl is out here in these streets when I go out every day to do this work. But at any rate, remember, I'm still trying to get linked with Coach. Now, somebody help me out. And if you also go back to the beginning of the channel, I've added the IG page as well as the email that you can contact me, and I will be providing the link to order your custom made shirts or any of the shirts that you see me wear on the channel. Or if you want to send me things that you want me to wear and advertise for you, if you want to give me sayings, all of that, we're in this together, so we can work this thing out and get it popping on this YouTube channel. So let's go back, because y'all know I get excited, especially when I get towards the end and we're wrapping these things up and making them make sense in a way that you've never heard them before, using cartoon characters and or, you know, whatever examples, songs, whatever it is, and how I retain it. I'm able to give it to you in that light. And I can't remember which episode it was this week that and it may have been yesterday, where I mentioned a line from the John Wick movie series, or whatever you call it, trilogy, with us 4 of them. So I don't know what you call that. But from John Wick, the guy Winston that owned the Continental in New York, that broke the rules for John because they were really good friends. His actual quote was, "If you want peace, you have to prepare for war." And I'm going to say that one more time. If you want peace, you have to prepare for war. So if you want to get on the other side of your addiction, if you want to reach sobriety, if you want to be able to abstain from gambling, if you want to be able to abstain from a sex or porn addiction, if you want to be able to manage your mental health symptoms, you got to prepare for some personal war. Because remember, avoiding those people, places, and things is not easy if you don't have your mind right and ready to go to war for this stuff. Our mind is the driving force. Your mental health is your driving force. You're only as good as you feel. You're only as healthy as you feel. You're only as happy as you feel. You have the power to change your mind. Now, I watch a lot of different influencers on YouTube, and I hear a lot of things here and there. And a lot of times I'm not able to write it down and say where I got it from. So, you know, please forgive me. But when I'm quoting somebody, I always let you guys know. So that's a little, I don't know, just a little something to tell you. If you go quote me, let them know where you got it from. That's all I ask. But our mind is the best part of us, because we have the ability to change it. We have the ability to start looking at things in a different light and in a different way if we choose to. You know, Debbie Downer is down because that's how she chooses to be. Messy Marvin is messy because that's how he chooses to be. And so when you make up your mind to be that better version of yourself, and when you choose to do something different, you are, well on your way to your recovery, and reaching those heights and seeing those things that you weren't able to see before. But again, it's up to you. You have to be in a place to be receptive of it, and you have to want it. Think about some things in your life that you've wanted, that you have literally gone through hell and or high water to get. And your hell or high water might be different than somebody else's hell or high water. But when you really want something, think about the things that you will go without. Think about the things that you will avoid doing. Think about all the different ways you end up making sure that you can get what you want. So if you want to get clean, if you want to manage your mental health, symptoms, if you want to get over that broken relationship that left you down and out, if you want to have a better life, you can. And so Pachowski and DiClemente describes maintenance, or this stage, this last stage of the 5. They say in this stage, people have sustained their behavior change for a while, And in this definition, they say for at least 6 months or more. But I say if you've made a change and you made it in 24 hours, you're my hero. Because it's hard. And if you could go from 24 hours to 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, you got it going on. So don't give up. And intend to maintain the behavior change going forward. People in this stage work to prevent returning to the earlier stages and often incorporate wellness activities into their lives, the act of practicing healthy habits on a daily basis to attain better physical and mental outcomes. So that instead of just surviving, you're thriving. Social connectedness, connecting with friends and loved ones in a great way to help improve your physical and your mental health. Now, when you get to this stage and you're able to sustain it for a little bit, you might even feel like you're strong enough to go back around some of them people, go back around some of them places, but you will not do some of those things that you used to do. You feel better. You look better. You living better. You have better. Life is better. So if you've maintained it for 6 months or more, Pachowski and DiClemente feel like you're not going to have the urge to want to go back to that life. So, Daphne's not going to step back with Freddie, who's not going to step back with Shaggy, who's not going to step back with Scooby. Instead, Daphne going to reach her hand out and pull Freddie, who's going to pull Shaggy, who's going to pull Scooby, and they're going to get behind your girl, Velma. Now, physically, I know you guys are tripping off Velma being high maintenance. But let me tell you something about Velma. Not only does she match from head to toe just like Daphne, she's conservative. She don't have to have the flash. She don't have to be seen. She don't have to be like the rest of the gang. Jinkies, my girl stands apart because now it's important that she maintains her individuality, who she is, and what got her to be the smartest one of the mystery gang, the most investigative one of the mystery gang, the one who will go above and beyond to solve these mysteries. Even if my girl lose her glasses, she gonna get down on her hands and knees and feel around for her glasses. She's not gonna run from what she's trying to see, but she's gonna reach for her support, which are those glasses, so she can see what's going on, so she can stay in the maintenance stage. She's not trying to go back, but she's bringing other people with her. Oh my God. Let me just read to y'all what, the internet says about Velma. They say that, she uses jinkies and she says wretched a lot. She has cynicism about her, but it's done correctly. So despite her book smart, sometimes her ego can affect her judgment. Now, with that being said, sometimes because you have reached maintenance, don't you dare look back at everybody else and think you better than. Okay? Don't let your triumph cause you to look down on somebody else, because that's the easiest way for you to fall. But sometimes Velma be so smart and so sure of herself that she doesn't listen to the rest of the group or the gang to get some insight from them so she can stay at that plateau that she's reached. She is sweet. She's very introverted. She is more of a standalone character too. So when you get at the maintenance stage, there are going to be some times where you need to separate yourself and be by yourself and remind yourself of everything you went through to get to where you are. Velma is sort of tomboyish a little bit. So, she's a girl. She still got on a skirt, but she's a tad bit more gangster than Daphne. Because if Velma gets in a situation, she ain't never been a damsel in distress. Like I just said, my girl can lose her glasses. And based off the origin of the cartoon, she can't see without hers. Now, y'all see me, my eyes going in and up and down because I don't have my glasses on. I am not as blind as Velma appeared to be, but I do need my help. I haven't put them on yet for the day or what have you. But when she doesn't have hers, she cannot see at all. So in order for her to even move to the next step, she got to get some support, which are those glasses that are on her face. She puts clue and clue together to come up with a solution to every mystery. She doesn't just stop at one coping skill or one strategy. She looks at them all and pulls a little bit of everything to help her to solve the mystery, to get to the end result. And so when you get here, you have to be able to look back at where you came from, but not go back to where you came from. Don't miss this. Look back at where you came from, but don't go back to where you came from. I often tell people, I'm a product of my environment in a good way. I grew up in one of the toughest neighborhoods and had no idea because I was surrounded by family and community, and we took care of one another. 309 Hood Drive, Lawrenceburg, North Carolina, McIntosh Apartments is my home. I look back to 309 to see where I've came from, but I'm not trying to go back. And not that it's a bad thing if you're in 309 right now, but if you've made it through some stages of change, if you've gotten out of some of the situations and you've avoided some of the people, places, and especially the thing that had you bogged down, why would you want to go back? Why would you want to start over? And we all know, just like with weight gain and weight loss and all these different things, there's all these different fads out there. I myself personally want to lose a little weight or could tone up or whatever, but I know the work that it takes because I've done it before. But if I wasn't consistent and then I stopped, if I worked hard to lose 20 pounds and I quit, 9 times out of 10, I'm getting ready to gain 30. So now it's going to be a little harder than it was when I was trying to lose 20. Y'all get what I'm saying? If you go back, it's going to be harder to get back. So stay where you are when you reach this plateau of maintenance, and create a life for yourself that you desire, one that you never thought you would see and be able to have. Because I'm telling you, it's yours for the taking. These are your uncharted waters. This is your life, and it can be as good as you want it to be. Anything that your heart desires, you can do it. You just got to put your mind to it. Hey, you can do it. Put your mind to it. Y'all know. So make up your mind to determine that it's time to change. And when you make up your mind, be consistent with going through your stages of change to bring you to the other side of that addiction, no matter what that addiction may be. Like I said, some of us are addicted to ourselves. Some people are addicted to egos. Some people are addicted to a certain kind of sadness. They want to be sad. Some people are addicted to attention. Some people are addicted to, to not being able to forgive themselves because of the things that they've done. And so they lash out or put that persona on the people around them. And then, we end up hurting the ones that we love because we don't know how to heal ourselves. And we're going to move into that in this channel. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it's all going to be to help you up in here so that you can feel better, live better, do better, have better, and make it to wherever it is you want to go. Now, if you want to stay stuck, by all means, help yourself. Help yourself. But this channel was created to have conversations, those hard conversations, especially the ones that we don't want to have, in order to reach those heights and those plateaus and get to those places where we need and or want to be. So, with that being said, as we wrap this up for our week in Real Talk Therapy, I want you guys to really sit down and decide what you're going to do with your weekend, who you're going to do it with, how you're going to do it, and just make sure that is something that you end up enjoying, something that you're going to remember, something that's going to help you move through these stages of change, to getting back out there, enjoying life, living, doing what you want to do, how you want to do it within the law now. Now, y'all don't go out here and break no laws and no stuff, and then they be like, that girl on Real Talk Therapy said, go out here and do what I wanted to do, so I wanted to have $1 million and I robbed the bank. Don't do that. If you want to have $1 million, sit down and write out a plan and learn how to make it. And when you make it, keep it, do what you need to do. And then help somebody along the way. So it's been real this week, guys. I've truly enjoyed it. I don't know. I guess more and more as we do this, I'm starting to come to life. I hope that that's happening for somebody else. I want to again ask you to please continue to subscribe. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please shoot me an email. Send me something on Instagram and I can walk you through the steps. The more subscribers we have, the more we can do. And then I can start doing things to give back to you all. And let's make this thing happen. Let's get connected with Coach. Let's get connected with YouTube. Let's reach the world and let's help everybody that's struggling. Let's not keep it to ourselves. And please comment, like, share. If you're doing something on your channel, let me know. I'm all about coming on, supporting you all as well. And like I said, you can go in the description and all of that information is listed there. Your girl gonna keep playing with this editing thing and be able to do some things. So, check out my selfie at the end of the video. And remember, now I'm learning, this is a new selfie stick, new tripod and stuff like that. So I'm learning how to take these pictures and capture it. But I do want you guys to be able to see, the full effect of it. But as I'm doing or having these conversations, your girl be wanting to sit down. I just want to sit down. I had a long day. But it's Friday. And so get yourselves to a place where you could quiet your mind, quiet the thoughts, and just think about something that you want to do for yourself. And as always, I appreciate you more than you know. And I'm glad that you came here so that we can talk and grow together. Y'all have a good one. See you next week.